Hello, everyone. In today's world, technology is woven into almost every part of students' lives: how they learn, how they connect, and how they express themselves. Because of this, schools can't just focus on teaching academic skills, we also have to prepare students to be responsible digital citizens. That's why it's so important to teach students both their rights and their responsibilities online. They need to understand not only how to protect themselves and their information, but also how to respect the rights of others and contribute positively to digital spaces. When students are given this guidance, they are better equipped to make ethical choices, avoid harmful behaviors, and use technology as a tool to grow rather than risk. In this presentation, I'll share why teaching digital rights and responsibilities matters, what those rights and responsibilities look like in practice, how they can help shape students into safe, respectful, and empowered digital citizens, and give strategies to help you as an educator teach these essential skills. To help us best understand the importance of teaching students their rights and responsibilities, let's first look at what exactly digital citizenship is. Learning.com defines it as the ability to use technology responsibly, safely, and respectfully. It refers to the ability to protect private information online, mitigate risks associated with cyber threats or online threats, and utilize information and media in a respectful, knowledgeable, and legal way. Being a good digital citizen means recognizing that the digital world is a shared space, just like our communities, and our behavior there should reflect respect, responsibility, and integrity. In essence, digital citizenship is simply staying safe and responsible when using digital technology. This slide highlights the three guiding questions for my presentation. First, we'll look at what the rights and responsibilities of students actually are in the digital world. Then we'll explore why it's important to teach students about them, because knowing how to navigate technology safely and responsibly is no longer optional, it's essential. Finally, we'll consider some practical strategies teachers can use to make sure students not only learn these ideas, but also apply them in their daily digital lives. These three questions will shape the direction of our discussion today. Now that we've set the stage with our guiding questions, let's start with the first one. What are the rights and responsibilities of students in the digital world? Just like in the physical classroom, students have certain rights online, like the right to privacy, access to information, and freedom of expression. But with those rights also come responsibilities, such as respecting others, protecting their own information, and using technology ethically. Understanding this balance is the foundation of digital citizenship. The website Weebly states that key digital rights include right to access and use computers or other electronic devices, right to access and use digital content, right to create and share digital media, right to privacy in digital communities, right to express ideas and opinions freely, and right to report anyone or anything that seems inappropriate. Likewise, responsibilities are listed as using appropriate language and behavior when interacting with others, respecting the opinions and ideas of others, obeying all intellectual property laws, not using or sharing others' work without permission, following rules or codes of conduct for every internet site, and responsibility to report cyberbullying, threats, and inappropriate use of digital resources. On edweek.com, the author Matthew Lynch stresses that educators should explain the importance of giving credit. He says that with the culture of online sharing, plagiarism is now running rampant. Students must learn the importance of giving credit to the author or creator of online content. Students often copy and paste materials or download content without paying because they do not realize this is wrong. He says that by explaining the value of one's work and how not giving credit is a type of theft, Students will gain an understanding of their responsibility to credit their sources. Now that we've reviewed students' rights and responsibilities, I think we can probably already answer the question as to why it's important for educators to teach them. But let's explore this question a little deeper and look at some suggestions from some professional sources. GoGuardian says that teaching digital citizenship equips students with the knowledge, skills, and resources to succeed as lifetime learners. This also helps them learn to engage within a digital environment with responsibility and confidence to develop as leaders who will leave meaningful impacts in the lives of others. There are many reasons to teach digital citizenship, but let's focus on 5 major ones. The first is information literacy. Through the multiple search engines available to students, obtaining information has never been easier. However, students must be taught how to decipher what is useful to them and to use reputable sites. The second reason is cyberbullying. With the increase of technology use, cyberbullying is a huge challenge. Students being taught to engage respectfully online is important for its prevention. Teachers should set clear boundaries and encourage students to be open and report any behavior that makes them uncomfortable. Another reason is online safety. Students need to know how to protect their personal information, avoid scams, and recognize inappropriate content. A fourth reason is digital responsibility. With constant access to technology, students must learn how to use it ethically, whether that means giving credit for others' work, communicating respectfully, or thinking critically before sharing something online. The final reason I'd like to highlight is health and emotional wellness. Technology use can impact students' mental health, sleep, and even their self-image. Teaching them balance, digital boundaries, and strategies for managing stress is just as important as teaching them how to use tools effectively. To wrap up, let's look at some strategies for teaching students their digital rights and responsibilities. It's not enough to simply tell students what they should or shouldn't do online. We need to give them meaningful opportunities to practice and apply these skills. In the online educational journal Edutopia, the author Rachel Poth gives 6 amazing strategies. I took the time to investigate each one and would highly recommend them all. First, 21 Things for Students is a site that offers free activities for students in grades 5 through 9 to learn more about online safety and to build technology skills. Be Internet Awesome is available via Google and offers a curriculum for teaching online safety and digital citizenship in the classroom. The resources include activities, charts, guides, and Google Slides. They also provide a family guide and reference charts in both English and Spanish. Book Creator has 3 already created books focused on digital citizenship to help educators get started in their classroom. The books range in interest from ages 5 to 8, 8 to 10, and 9 to 11. However, older students could use Book Creator to collaborate with classmates to create a book and learn how to post and interact responsibly, access and use information, and build their digital citizenship skills. Brain Pop. Brain Pop provides a series of lessons focused on digital citizenship. There are 20 topics available and free lessons on digital etiquette and conflict resolution. Lesson plans and a variety of activities are included with each focus area. Common Sense Media provides a variety of resources that focus on digital citizenship, media literacy, balancing the use of technology, and more. Their digital citizen materials are a fun and interactive way to teach students about internet safety. Then there's GoGuardian, who recommends Be Internet Awesome by Google. Be Internet Awesome empowers kids with tools and education to confidently and safely explore, grow, and play online. Educators teaching online safety in the classroom can download lesson plans, classroom activities that bring the fundamental lessons to life. Kids can play their way to being internet awesome with Interland, an online adventure that puts the key lessons of digital safety into hands-on practice with 4 challenging games. Learning.com has a digital literacy curriculum that has a free trial. Finally, in the online educational journal Edutopia, the author Mary Beth Hertz says that she uses a book called LOL OMG by Matt Ivester. She reads chapters out loud to the kids, and they discuss the stories and contents of each chapter. Students learn about how their digital footprint affects their job and college opportunities, about what cyberbullying is and how it affects people, about IP addresses and posting anonymously, and many other important topics. She supplements their readings with current articles from the news, as well as a short group project about the rights and responsibilities of digital citizens. While reading the book, she also reviews her school and district's acceptable use policy, reading it out loud word for word while discussing what each aspect of the policy means. In this presentation, we've explored why teaching students their digital rights and responsibilities is so important in today's world. We started by looking at what those rights and responsibilities are, things like privacy, access to information, respect for others, and ethical use of technology. We then discussed why this matters, focusing on key areas like online safety, digital responsibility, and students' health and emotional wellness. Finally, we looked at strategies teachers can use to make these lessons real for students, from web-based resources to creating opportunities for practice and reflection. Ultimately, teaching digital citizenship isn't just about preventing problems online, it's about empowering students to use technology confidently, responsibly, and in ways that benefit both themselves and their communities. The final image you see cites all of the sources I used to create this presentation. Feel free to use them to further educate yourself on the topic of digital citizenship, student rights, and responsibilities.